Hey everyone, welcome to MaysLugLife. I'm May, and this is my first impression video of the Voyager Backpack. First backpack I think Lug has created in a while. Certainly the first sort of brand new backpack. I think all the other backpacks in the past year or so have sort of been rejigs of previous versions, or sort of like a backpack version of a former tote bag. So I think this might be like a completely new backpack, so I'm kind of excited. Okay, so before I go on, I just want to mention that this is not a review. If it is a review, you'll see in my videos, I do have reviews, but I'll actually use the word review in the title. This is not, this is just my very first time seeing this, so it's my first impression of the bag. I'm just seeing this online because there's nowhere else I can see this. I would do a first impression video if I could go to a store and actually touch it and feel it and look at it, but this is the only way I can do it. But I do these videos because it's fun for me. It allows me to be able to look at a bag for the first time and feel like I'm looking at it with my lug nut friends, as opposed to just me and my cats. So, otherwise I just sound like a complete freakazoid sitting here by myself, screaming and yelling and getting excited about new colors and new features. So this is how I, justified myself that I'm not talking to myself and maybe not going crazy. Although I think that ship has sailed. Okay, so anyways, let's look at the backpack here. So $162 right off the bat is expensive. Makes me think that this is not a small backpack. I think this is probably a larger version. So it's probably a little bigger than their hatchback. I'm assuming maybe a little bigger than their hopper. But maybe it's just because the prices have gone up and that's why it seems so expensive. But the other thing I'm looking at right off too is it's pretty boxy. Aside from the two water bottle pockets on the side, it is a very square, sort of boxy looking bag. And I've definitely seen that's sort of the new style. I've seen a lot of people carrying around very square looking backpacks. So yeah, I think it's definitely on trend. And again, because it's kind of like the right sort of shape, I'm like, hey, this could be a good thing for the younger crowd, but I don't think they would really be into that quilting. So I think, if Lug was trying to appeal to a younger crowd, they slightly missed the mark on that one. But I guess it does appeal to people who are a little bit older, but want to still carry something a little bit fun and funky. So, okay, I guess the other thing we're going to look at is colors. I'm sorry, I gotta look at these colors. So, off the bat, it seems like it's all the nice fun summer colors of 2023. So right off, we're looking at the Sugar Plum Ice Pop, and it looks like the interior is the Gardenia Green. And yeah, that looks really cool in there. Okay, then you've got the Black Ice Pop Stitch. Really can't quite see it on this one very well. But, yeah, I guess you can see it if you look really close. So there it is. You can definitely see the stitching and the quilting on that one. Blue Moon Ice Pop. Love this color. It's one of my personal favorites of this season. Another personal favorite of mine. I happen to love Dragonfly Ice Pop. And this one, if you don't like the quilting, you definitely can't see that because the pattern really takes away from the ability to see that quilting. Same thing I imagine with the Flourish Berry. So there you go. Can't really see the quilting. And then we are at Kelly. Oh, sorry. Am I looking at the interiors? I forgot to look at the interiors. Sorry. So let's go back. So that's the Black Ice Pop. Blue Moon, I'm assuming, is the dragonflies on the inside. There we go. And then the dragonfly should have that, I don't know what it's called, Royal Fern or something like that. That sort of limey, lemony yellow sort of color in there. The Flourish Berry should have the hummingbird floral print. There we go. And then Kelly Green is the, what is that? I think Bouquet Teal or Bouquet Cream, I think it's called. That looks like silver. Metallic Silver Ice Pop Stitch. Okay, so they got the ice pop stitching in there at the bottom. And the interior is, oh, okay, that's a different one, I think. Have they had interior, so have they had ice pop on silver? I think they have. Okay, so that's a different interior. I was expecting the floral sketch blush, but that makes more sense if you've got the ice pop stitching on the outside, so that makes more sense. That's very cute, actually. And then metallic black, straight up, and that's got the, okay, so the contemporary I think it's Fern, I think it's called. And then, oh, Pebble Ice Pop Stitch. Okay, so there it is. There's the Pebble Ice Pop. And then inside, oh, it's it's pretty much the same as the silver. Okay, so those are the colors. Now, I am coming to this a little bit later. So I don't know if there are other colors that sold out. Actually, hang on. Looks like there's a little chart here. Okay, so no, it looks like all the ones that are in this chart are on the little swatches on the side there. So I don't think we're missing anything. So it looks like everything is still here. Interesting, because sometimes these things sell out really fast, and by the time I get here, like a few days later, they like sold out three colors or 4 colors, and I will never see them ever again. So to me, that indicates so far this has not been the biggest hit. You really know Lug has, you know, hit it out of the park when, like I said, they release it, and then within a day, they've already sold out of 2 or 3 colors. And then by the time I get to the, you know, to my first impression, you know, 4 days later, you know, half the colors are gone. So the fact that all the colors are still here, I don't know what the quantities are, but I have a feeling, because I don't think everyone loves backpacks. And I think you have to have a very specific need for a backpack to get one. So it's not going to be one of these ones that sort of catches everyone's fancy. So I imagine that's kind of how a lot of their backpacks do. Although I think their hatchbacks have done really well. I think the hoppers have sold out really well. So I think this one hasn't quite caught everyone's imagination, but we'll see. But the good thing is there's a lot of solid colors. So for the people who are looking for solid bags, which I personally am a lover of solid bags, because then I can wear different prints on my shirts or my sweaters or whatever it is. So I like to have a solid. I can match it with more things. So there's one, I don't know, do you want to call that a solid? I think that's a solid, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there's 5 solids, 2 which are black, 2 are kind of a light neutral, so the silver and the pebble, and then you've got 3 bright colors. So you know what? And they're good for summer. So you got 2 summer ones. I would say that I would wear that at Christmas time. I mean, that Kelly green can be any time of year. So anyway, so yeah, so a good range of colors. I think that's a really good thing. It's going to hit anybody who wants a little bit of pattern. If you want some, you know, a little bit of color, a little bit of pattern. So these are great for summer. I think the dragonflies have done really well for them. The previous incarnation was a huge popular hit, as is this one. So I think this should do quite well for them. I think it was a good choice to release it in these colors. And there's also, I'm noticing, a charm bar. So that's definitely an upgrade to, I think, almost all of their backpacks. I don't think any of their backpacks actually have a charm bar on them. So that's going to be a really good thing for anybody who's looking to use up their charms. Okay, so let's just read and see what it says, and then we're going to actually look at the photos and then look at the video. So it says, how much stuff can a backpack pack? Okay, I knew that was going to be a tongue twister. Voyager has the answer. A lot. Voyager is perfect for those excursions where you aren't traveling lightly and need ample space for all your stuff. Heck, even your whole family's stuff. That's definitely a thing. It's that spacious and well designed. And let's look at the measurements. So it is 11 inches wide, which is not small for a backpack. It's definitely got some width to it. 14 inches high. So it's not super tall, but it's definitely taller than like a canter, for example. And then 5 1/4 inches deep. And that's a pretty deep backpack, I think, for Lug. If I'm not mistaken, like their hatchback is really, it's quite shallow. I think their hopper is not exactly super deep. What else? There's been another backpack recently. It was bigger, but I think that one's more for like travel, as opposed to sort of, you know, running around doing your daily stuff. So it's definitely on the bigger side. Now, weighing in at 1.15 pounds, it's also not super heavy. It's not light, but if it's a backpack, it's never going to be super light because the backpack straps are obviously going to weigh a little bit more because of the padding and because of the way they have to be constructed. So for a backpack, it is actually quite light. But if you're one of these people who hates just that little extra weight, and you really notice it with the backpack straps, you might notice this, because it looks to me like they've given it some really good padding for it to weigh that much. Okay, so obviously everything's adjustable, so it's hard for me to sort of figure that out. So let's look at the photos. I guess we'll take a look at the Sugar Plum Ice Pop because it'll give us a really good sense of where everything is. Okay, so there's a pocket in the front. It looks like it's got its own gusset. That's really good. I also love when Lug does this, where they have, because you could put a zipper here and then you can only put stuff down here. Lug really does something great with all their pockets, not all, a lot of their pockets, where you open it up, you can put something in here, but this flips over. So if you happen to have a thing that's a little bit taller, it doesn't, you can still zip it up. And then the zipper isn't up here, the zipper's here at the front, but you can still flap this, sorry, you can pull this flap down over top of your things and still be able to cover it. Because it's got its own gusset, it's not, whatever you put in here isn't going to take up room in the back of the bag. That's really, really big, because if you have a backpack and you're trying to carry a lot of stuff, you need extra space. So you want, you know, if you're adding stuff to all the different pockets, you want the pockets to have their own space so that they're not pushing in on the contents of the back. So you can actually put a lot more stuff in the main interior of the bag. So that's a really good design. There is also a cell phone pocket right there, signature Lug cell phone pocket. There's your charm bar. And then there's two pretty big, very, very, very roomy looking cargo pockets at the side. I got to assume there's magnetic stuff on there. Pretty huge zipper. You can really get into that one. It looks like it's a double zipper. Now, unfortunately, does that lock? Let me see if that locks. Can I see? Oh, it does lock. Okay, well, it could, meaning there's two little holes there. So if you wanted to travel with this one, you want to put locks on that, you could. Sometimes they don't put a little hole there. So you want to thread a little lock in there, you can't, which is kind of crappy when you've got a double zipper like this. So double zipper, but you can lock them, so that's good. There is a little top handle there. It doesn't look like it's rubberized, which doesn't matter because you're just holding that in your hand. That's it. Okay, so there's your side view. Hang on, let me just get out of this here. Okay, so let's look at that here. So side view, nothing too exciting there. Yeah. And then the back, so I'm assuming, yeah, that's mesh. So that allows for a little bit of breathability here. These are looking really, really, really padded. Now, I don't know if the location of them is going to be super comfortable, but I don't think this is meant for you to like go hiking through the woods for 7 hours. I think this is, you know, when you're going to the park or when you're, like I said, traveling through the city or whatever it is, and you're a tourist for the day and you want to carry yeah, a sweater, maybe a small lunch, and your cameras, your camera and your lenses or whatever it is. If you actually want to carry a real camera, not just your phone, your sweater, maybe a change of clothing or something like that. But yeah, it looks like it's pretty roomy. There's no other pocket back here. There's no like trolley sleeve or anything like that. So it's not meant for you to put over top of your carry-on bag, but this would be your personal item and you just toss it over your shoulder or toss it over your back. And if you look here, I hope you can see this, there are little elastics that keep the extra straps together so they don't flop around on you. So that looks like it's pretty adjustable. So they're not removable, they're permanently in there. Good to know. Because I know sometimes they do like to do convertibles. This is not one of them. It is just a backpack. And then, okay, let's go back to the other. Actually, no, I guess you can see it here. Okay, so there's one zipper on the front here. I don't know if that's a clear view or not. I can't quite tell yet. It looks like there's at least one cargo pocket. It might be divided in two. I'm not sure. Is there any other? There are other photos. Okay, so at least that gives you a little bit of, whoa, there's a lot in there. Okay, so that is a clear view pocket there. Okay, so I'm looking, that is an old bento box. This is an old, oh, it's kind of like a seesaw, but tiny, but smaller. And I think they used to come, so it used to be like a little clear view pocket, and there's a little hooky there. And I think there used to be like luggage tags and a luggage strap that used to come inside, and they came in different solid colors. So you kind of, so the packaging for the luggage strap and the the tags was a little clear view pocket. So it was actually really good and really clever marketing and clever packaging on Lug's part. I kind of wish they would do that more often. I kind of wish that they would sell things like that. Like if you're gonna buy the luggage tags and buy the strap, that it comes in a little mini clear view, so you get a bonus clear view. Anyway, okay, so that's what that is, and this definitely looks like a seesaw. It looks like probably the small one back there. There's your sprinkle umbrella, and there's, I'm assuming, the smaller of the chuggies, I think. So it's probably the 12 ounce, or is it 8 ounce? Jeez, I can't remember which one the small one is. And I think that's all we can recognize in there. A notebook in the back. Oh, hang on. I wonder what this is. I don't know what that is. I don't recognize that. Okay, so there you go. So you can probably fit 2 on there. See, yeah, there it is. You see how it says luggage belt and luggage tag? Yeah, those were so cool. I love that they did that. This looks like it might be a bobsled. That looks like probably a regular size bobsled, so that fits in there. That means there's more cargo pockets underneath. And check this out. This has the drawbridge opening. So even though the zipper comes all the way down on both sides, there's a drawbridge, which means you can open your bag really, really wide, but nothing falls out. So as you're opening it, everything still stays inside the bag. That's amazing, and that's a great, great feature. That looks like might be, like, is that a Bible back there? So you can, this can be your Bible bag, your school bag probably, as long as you're not carrying, like, you know, giant textbooks. Like, so not a university size backpack. Okay, and there's the family. Very cute. Okay, so let's look at the features, because I just realized I did not read that. Okay, so lug charm bar, lug charm sold separately, 1 front zipper pocket, 1 soft line cell phone slip pocket with magnetic closure, 2 tote handles. Oh yeah, that's these things up here. I always think that those are top handles and not tote handles. But anyway, 2 cargo pockets with magnetic closure, 1 main zipper compartment, 2 padded backpack straps, and then there's also 1 clear view zipper pocket on the inside, 2 cargo pockets on the inside, 1 compartment equipped with an accordion fold-out, back wall cargo pocket, cargo pouch with 2 built-in eyeglass holders. Ooh. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. All right, so I guess let's just look at the video. So I just turn down the volume because I do not need a copyright ding. So let's see if I can get this up a little higher. Let's go. Yeah, oh yeah, it's big. It's definitely not a small backpack. I think I like it. I think it might actually be big enough for all my crap that I carry on a daily basis. Now, it looked like there was some rubberized, like a little rubberized thing on the inside of that backpack strap. That's pretty good to know. Very useful, because backpack straps do slip off. I wonder if there's any organization in there. So that was a bobsled X. I think it was an XL. Is that a regular one? That might have been a regular one, actually. I'm not sure. Oh, that is so cute. I love that print. There's a sweater. Okay, if there's a flap in there. What is that? What was that? There was a built-in flap of something in there. Okay, so those are your 2 extra little cargos. Ooh, wipeable bottom. Very nice. Oh, crap. I may have to get this. Ah, crap. I was really hoping to not have to buy any more lugs for quite a while, because I thought I kind of had everything that I needed. I might be wrong. All right, so adjustable, padded. Yeah, there's the rubberized. So let's go back real quick there. So there's that rubbery little spot there. Da-da-da-da-da. Come on, go, 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 go. Mesh. 2 side, la, la, la. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I thought it was way further in than this. Sorry. Yeah, I'd love to know if there's any organization in there. Doesn't look like there was. I think otherwise they would have talked about it. Okay, I think I went too far. Sorry. Okay. Let's see here. Talk to me about that little sleeve. I need you to stop and show me that sleeve. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can open this up. Can you guys see that? Hang on. Let me just see if I can turn the camera. Okay. So it just says 2 built-in holders. So it looks like there's a little sort of, there's a little, I don't know what that is, like a little thing that juts out from the side. So it looks like you can hold 2 like some like cards there. So it looks like there's slots for cards. So is that like a built-in wallet? I don't know. Okay, how do I go back? So it looks like she's pulled out 2 cards. Like, that's a weird thing to put in there, right? Okay, so 2 cargo pockets below the clear view pocket. Now, is that where she's talking about, like, that's where you put the eyeglasses? Because it said something about, like, two slots for eyeglasses or something like that. Is that what they're talking about? Like, is that soft-lined? They're not mentioning it. It doesn't look like they're soft-lined. Okay, hang on here. I'm trying to go back. Yeah, okay. I'm looking there. It's not soft line because if you look right there, you can see the dragonfly print. If it's soft lined, you would see that as a different color, or it'd be a solid color. You wouldn't see the print, which makes me think that's just a regular pocket. So I don't know where you would throw your glasses, because it did mention something about an eyeglass, like 2 eyeglass holders. Maybe that's what they mean. Like maybe you put your bobsleds in there. I don't know, because it doesn't come with the eyeglass holder. I do love that that thing has a wipeable bottom. Because if you've got a backpack, sometimes you want to put that thing down and you want to put it on the ground. You still want to be able to wipe that so it doesn't, you know, track dirt all over your shirt when you put it back on your back. Let's see if I can pause this right where she shows the rubber. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So there's a little bit of rubberized grip on the inside right there to keep it from slipping off your shoulder. That's great. Now I'll be honest with you. The backpacks, the Lug backpacks that I do have, there is a little bit of a problem of slippage, and it's not where the rubberized stuff is. It is there, right here. So the little adjustable part, it doesn't pin down and hold down that strap. So when you're, let me see if I can tip this down. So when you pull on that to adjust it to the right size, as you start wearing it through the day, especially if the back is heavy, as this starts to pull down, this will start going back up to where it was. So you end up having your backpack somewhere around your butt, and then you have to keep readjusting this. That little elastic doesn't do a ton. It just sort of keeps this from flapping in the wind, but it doesn't actually keep that in place. That is the one thing that I have always had a bit of a problem with Lug adjustable backpack straps, is that this just doesn't stay at this length. So it is if you're not carrying a lot, but if you are carrying a bit and you're walking around for a little bit, this starts to slide. So after about an hour, you're going to discover your backpack is on your butt and you have to pull and readjust everything all over again. So I do find that the faster I walk, the heavier my bag is, the more often I have to adjust this and pull that. So it doesn't look like they've made a redesign on that, so that makes me hesitate a little bit. Like if I wanted something that stays put, I would just go out and get like one of those like true hiking backpacks, because they seem to stay put for the most part. You have to adjust it maybe every few weeks, but this one you have to adjust every few minutes depending on how fast you're traveling. So that I'm just noticing now. Doesn't look like it's been a good enough redesign that I'm going to invest in it, but I like the bag. I like this color too. I really like this color. And it does look like it holds a lot. So, you know what? It's a really, really good option if you're looking for a backpack, but like the hatchback just is not enough, because the hatchbacks are tiny. And I don't find that the hoppers are big. They're not small, but they're not the kind of bag where you can really, really carry a lot of stuff in. This one looks like you can actually carry a lot of stuff, and it really keeps you organized. There's some, a lot of cargo spots there. Whatever the heck that thing is, that looks interesting. I can't wait to figure what that is. I wonder if there's cards on the other side of that. That'd be interesting. But yeah, lots of organization. Now, the one thing I think I would have preferred somewhere in here, if there was a key bungee or at least a D-ring, so that you could, attach your keys, because that is the one thing, if you've got a backpack, because it's so big and cavernous, if you're carrying your keys or anything like that, they will get lost. So having a key bungee or at least a D-ring that you can attach other bungees to is hugely helpful. So I think for me it's missing that. It doesn't mention anywhere about a RFID pocket. So if this was going to be the bag that you carry and you don't have RFID protection on your wallet, you would not have that extra protection. I would love to know, see like if there's any organization in that front pocket, like there's pen holders, anything like that. I didn't see anything. So I think I'm gonna maybe wait off. I like it almost enough to get, but maybe not just yet. Definitely not for this price. I will definitely be waiting for a really good sale, and then I might check it out. I might try it out and see. So anyway, so there you go. It's a definitely big backpack. It's probably one of the biggest ones they have. I think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not including like the Ranger, because the Ranger to me is like a travel backpack as opposed to like, it's like the thing that you would take on the plane as opposed to something you would walk around town with. But if you're like going to a park or something, like I said, I feel like the Ranger's too big, but this one I think would probably do exactly what you want. So there we go. That is, that's the Voyager backpack. Tell me what you think. Are you getting one? Did you get one? Are you liking it if you already have it? Tell me what you're thinking and give me your feedback, because I kind of want it, and I'm not sure if this is something I'm going to be getting this time around, just because I like a lot of features, but I feel like it's missing a few features that I would like to see on a backpack that would work for me. So there we go. That's the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.